What's going on, wrestling fans? It is I, Steve Ball. Money in the bank is on the horizon. I'll be there live, but on today's edition, we are predicting who will win, who will lose, what will happen. But I have Stephanie Hypes with me today. Stephanie, how are you doing today?
I'm awesome. What's up, y'all? I'm
It
so
is.
hyped for this weekend. I'm so hyped for this pay-per-view. I'm sorry, PLE. My apologies.
I've had to correct myself many times talking to certain superstars when I say paper. But on this edition, we're going to do something fun. I was inspired by a good friend of mine, Issa, the Demon Diva. I know she has like a horse race, but I decided to do something different, a duck race. And we are going to see if these ducks can predict who is going to win the men's Money in the Bank. So let me get technology on my side for a minute. We will share some screens. We'll have some fun. Now, there we are, folks. The ducks.
Oh,
Who will
I don't know.
win? I especially,
Butch with that little hat.
I like Butch.
I mean, in the pipe. I mean, it's very British.
All right. Who do you think's gonna win out of these ducks?
Look at the green mohawk too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think
Um, I think out of all of these,
I think Nakamura's an old lady too. If you look at it down there,
I'm gonna go with Priest.
Priest. All right, you know I like Butch's look, so we're gonna go with Butch. So here we go. In three, two, one. Oh, here we go, folks. But who's got it? Wait, coming up from the behind is Logan Paul.
Nakamura! Oh, wow.
Nakamura has
Old
won.
lady Nakamura.
Old lady Nakamura, folks, has won
That's
here.
big.
Oh, I heard the ducks still going in the background. I love it so much. But I got to stop those ducks. But in reality, I do not see quiet Nakamura duck. In reality, I do not see Nakamura winning the men's Money in the Bank, correct?
No, unfortunately, love him so much. I know my mom crushes on him. I'm sure she's rooting for him, but it's just not happening.
No.
Sorry, Nakamura.
Like in reality, though, if you look at the people on here, Ricochet, not winning. Nakamura, not winning. Santos Escobar, not winning. Butch, not winning.
No.
The three people that have a chance, obviously, are LA Knight, Logan Paul, Damian Priest. Each for their own reasons,
Yes.
obviously, and it depends what the story is going. And Logan Paul winning makes sense for a media-free commercial because every time Logan Paul puts on a program on his show, he'll have the WWE
briefcase.
Money in the Bank briefcase, as you do in the background. So, in reality, smart business plan, but are you going to piss off wrestling fans?
I don't think WWE necessarily cares about pissing off wrestling fans. Look,
True.
LA Knight should win it in every way. However, I do believe that Logan Paul's going to win it now because they did add him, and it was on a different show that I was on. Someone said, or for me as a marketing person, it makes sense. I mean, on his show, on his YouTube, on his podcast, every appearance, he's going to be carrying this briefcase around.
Yeah.
From a storyline perspective, it doesn't quite make sense because Logan Paul has lost to both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at this point. So, I mean, cash-ins don't always have to be, it could be a down and out champion, which makes it more realistic. But I don't know. I'm sure it'd be fun if he had it. I can't stand the man. I'd rather see LA Knight. I'd rather see the huge pop from the crowd if LA Knight won it. But from a marketing WWE perspective, I can see why Logan Paul would be the favorite for them. So
yeah, well, you kind of said it though. He lost to Rollins and Roman, so that gives him incentive to have the briefcase to put it over their heads, being like, "Hey, you might have beat me, but now I have the chance to beat both of you when you're at your weakest."
Yep.
So it makes sense there. I love Damian Priest to win. I thought his performance against Bad Bunny and Backlash was outstanding. Excuse me. But since then, he really hasn't been doing that much. They're leaning into this Judgment Day storyline where if Finn Balor some way, which I don't think is going to happen, beats Seth Rollins, well, then there's Damian Priest with his briefcase. You can cash in on his buddy who's in the same group. Or Finn fails beating Rollins. Priest did win the briefcase early in the night and goes to cash in, and Finn's going to be pissed off, being like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
stops him.
I just lost, and now you're going to be a dick about it. So there's a lot of things that could happen here. I
wouldn't be mad if Damian Priest won either. Like, The two I was rooting for most are LA Knight and Damian Priest, and then they added Logan Paul, and that completely threw off my judgment as far as who WWE would have win. So they could go a lot of directions with Damian Priest. I feel like LA Knight character wise would have a lot of fun with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and he can hold it for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could really go three different ways here, so should be interesting.
My heart says LA Knight, but as you brought up, my money mind says Logan Paul for the free publicity. Tyrus is the NWA champion. He's on Fox every night. You can disagree with Tyrus or NWA or Billy Corgan all you want, but that's free publicity every night without having to pay for it. And
Correct.
That's what Logan Paul would do for them. But in reality, we'll have to wait and see. I want LA Knight just like everybody wants LA Knight. So that means we probably won't get LA Knight.
What's your final prediction, though? If you have to pick one.
I have to put money?
But money. It's a prediction show. What's your prediction?
Well, the duck said Nakamura, so I disagree with that duck. I disagree with that duck. He just threw that duck ruined all its money. I want Logan Paul.
Prediction.
Logan Paul is going to win Money in the Bank just because. I don't want it to happen, but free publicity is free publicity.
I'm going with Damian Priest.
Oh, man, I hope. Again, I want anyone but Logan Paul.
Right.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But the LA Knight pop of him winning, that shit would go crazy.
It would be insane.
And then, but if he loses, people would be like, "Oh well, it's because it's like Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Finished the story. He has more things to try to triumph over." I'm like,
I have to be honest. I would rather have LA Knight win Rumble in January than Money in the Bank.
Wow. I don't know. I have a feeling they're gonna turn him babyface way too quick, and it's gonna ruin everything.
You think they're gonna turn him?
Yeah, he's not gonna he's never gonna change anything he does.
Correct.
Just like how Stone Cold Steve Austin went from bad guy to good guy without having to do anything except just fight different opponents versus being different. I think LA Knight, is leading us down that path slowly. And I think everyone sees it. Everyone's comparing him to The Rock and Austin and Mr. Kennedy and people like that.
Yeah.
But if you change anything about him, then the red flag is thrown up and everyone's going to turn on him instantly. But if you just allow him to organically continue doing what he's doing, it'll all work out. But the minute he starts being in Cricket wireless commercials and Taco Bell, that's when I think the company's behind him. And wrestling fans don't like to know the company is behind him. Yeah, they don't like to. They don't want to know. Well, so we'll find out. But in reality, it'll be a fun match no matter what.
Oh, yeah. The match is going to be insane. I mean, the talent in the match itself is ridiculous. It should be a great match. I'm very curious to see how we get to the winner. Because nobody supposedly likes Logan Paul that works there. So I would like to see everyone kind of going after him and trying to get him out of there. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Let's see if I can get the next duck race up. So we're gonna have the women come on in here and fight with the ducks, and this will be interesting as well. Let's see. There are my ducks. There are my lady ducks. Sharing the screen. All right, folks. I don't know.
Bailey's little ears.
I like Zelina Vega in her little outfit. Zoe dresses a little cop. That's nice.
Well, she is like Trish's enforcer. It kind of makes sense.
All right. I have a feeling. Let's go with
I like how Becky is literally red.
Oh, she's the only red. I think she might win here then. So here we go, folks. Let's see what duck's going to win in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who's going to win? Zelia's coming forward. There's Zoe.
Go. Zoe takes it. Wow. By a beak.
Oh, my. All right, folks. There you go.
Wow.
Oh, stop, duck. Stop with that. Wow. There you go. Zoe wins, but I have a feeling someone put it out there where Zoe's going to grab the briefcase and just hand it to Trish before she gets down. I don't know if does it have to be your 2 feet hit the floor or once you pull it down? No,
it's whoever unhooks it. So I could see her guarding the ladder for Trish, so Trish can go up there and get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's whoever unhooks it, not whoever unhooks it and hands it to the next person.
That's true. I feel stupid just even saying that out loud. So I apologize, folks.
Now, given it is WWE, they can just make up something and say, Zoe got it for her. Like they
Well,
could
because
make up something if they wanted.
technically Carmella never won the Money in the Bank. James Ellsworth pulled down the briefcase and then handed it, and I think threw it down to her.
Well,
So
that's why they also had to redo it the next night
that's true too. Yeah, they
because
kind
people
of
were like, well,
realized.
technically James Ellsworth won, and then they end up redoing the whole match. So
Yeah, well, there's technically still people in the Royal Rumble from years ago that never actually were eliminated. So in reality, all those winners of those other Royal Rumbles don't count because 2003, we still are waiting for someone to
correct.
back from being on a stretcher. We'll have to wait and see how
Correct.
that goes down. Still waiting. So everyone who
Right.
won, you are actually winners. So yeah, the women. This is interesting, and I obviously know you are a big proponent for Becky Lynch, and we did see a little bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. I think you might sort of like her as a fan or a friend or relative or guard, dog walker. I don't know.
We're definitely related. I don't know if you can tell,
I
but
can tell that it's the hair. That's how I can
it's
tell.
there.
It's the hair. But in reality, though, I saw on Raw the altercation between her and Rhea Ripley, which got everyone, drooling and very excited. And that to me makes sense. But you don't have to have Becky win the briefcase to actually fight Rhea Ripley at
You do not.
SummerSlam or Payback or Fastlane or whatever's
They've
coming
been
up.
slow burning this for a while. So their first interaction was actually when Becky was big time Bex.
Mm,
And it's right when Rhea won Royal Rumble. And they kind of looked at each other. Rhea was in the ring. And Becky just kind of like pointed at her, and she pointed back at her. Now at the time, Becky was a heel, right? So it was kind of like, okay, but that was kind of the first interaction. Then you had a face off. I think Becky was leaving the ring, and Rhea came out, and they stared
yeah.
down each other. So there's been quite a few. There was one where Becky was leaving, and Rhea was watching the screen, watching Becky leave. Like, so there's been quite a few. They're teasing it very
Yeah.
much. And to your point, she does not need to win the briefcase to go after Rhea. The story's there. It's obviously going there. However, the thought of her tormenting Rhea with it is absolutely, I think, would make for an even more amazing story. Becky's good at stories. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Does she need it? No, she does not. So,
Yeah. Because there's a lot of names in this that I think, honestly, the only people I think that can't win this is Zoe. I don't think Zoe has a chance of
no.
winning this match. Zelina Vega does for redemption, what happened in Puerto Rico. Becky Lynch does for getting back to where she once was. Zoe,
No.
Bailey, same thing. Hey, she's the leader of Damage Control that sort of exists still, not really. With Io Sky kind of holding it over her, continuing that damage. Like, oh, I'm the Money in the Bank briefcase. You don't have anything. Io getting it and doing the reverse of I have this, and Bailey being jealous, obviously, and
Or
Trish Stratus being, hey, I'm a Hall of Famer, and thank you, Trish, for everything you do for us. And
thank you, Trish.
thank you, Trish, as well.
Um,
So everyone has a storyline. I
yeah.
feel like except for Zoe.
Zoe has a storyline, but she doesn't need it. There's no reason for her to have that Money Bank briefcase right now.
No.
I didn't really think Trish was gonna win. Until someone brought up how cool would that be if Trish won, and I was kind of like, it would be pretty cool. Like and that kind of they said she's gonna be around for a while, so that'd be pretty cool if she ended up having a match with Rhea and or Asuka or whoever. Maybe that's how she gets over the SmackDown after she's done with Becky. Who knows? But there's a couple ways you can go there. I like the idea of either Io or Bailey winning because Bailey will be the first two-time Money in the Bank winner, but she would obviously hold that over Io's head that she won, right? It kind of propels their storyline and feud. However, they keep repeating over and over and over how no woman's ever felt cash in. No woman's ever felt cash in. No woman's ever felt. I'm like, every week they are beating it into our head. So they're either doing this to throw us off to make us think whoever does win is failing, or they're bringing it up on purpose to let you know that someone's going to be failing. And if someone had to fail a cash in, I would see it being Bailey.
Yeah.
Maybe because Io tries to help her and ends up causing an issue, right? Which then propels their feud. Would it suck for the Money in the Bank contract to go to waste, if you will, in the sense of that person doesn't win. Not everyone can win, people. And the women have had 100% cash in success every year. So I would actually kind of like to see someone not get it, not get the title with it. And the storyline that makes most sense for that to happen is Bailey Io, because there is that friction. They're not on the same page. You don't necessarily want Io failing a cash in since she's newer. So I'd rather see Bailey win, try and cash in whenever, and have Io get involved to accidentally help her fail. So we will see.
Yeah, I see Io having it like in her grasp, and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, whoops, and then she falls over because Bailey pushed her over.
I would like to see Bailey throw someone else into the ladder while Io's on top. That way she can say, I was just trying to, get that person out of the way and they accidentally hit the ladder, but make it on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
make
of course.
it like she saw Io up there, grabs Zelina or somebody and slams her into the ladder.
I like it.
But I think it's going to be Bailey or Io. That I'm coming down to that, because Trish and Becky and Zoe don't need it for their storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be fun for Becky to have it? Absolutely. But I think Bailey and Io is kind of the way to go here.
I agree. Well, I guess I'll have to wait and see. But all in all, I love Money in the Bank. Like it's always a good time. So
what's your final prediction for the women?
I'd love Trish to win.
Okay.
That would be nice. I think that would be nice for Trish to win. So, but again, we'll have to wait and see. So let me get some ducks ready. But thank you, Trish. I asked Zoe that if she did win, it's never happened before, could the women cash in on the tag team champions? Because we've never seen that before. We've always seen singles. True. So Zoe wins, her and Trish cash in, they win women's tag team titles.
Yep. So that's true. That would be cool too.
I think that would be cool. But let's go on, get my ducks ready for a match. So let's get this all set. That's the problem with these ducks. All right. Let's see. Next up, we're talking about the Bloodline Civil War. It's Roman and Solo versus the Usos. And this one gets me so excited, but let's see what these ducks have to say. Come on, ducks, where are you? Here we go, folks. We got Jimmy J, Roman and Solo there. Roman looking dapper in a hat there.
I love Jimmy's helmet there.
He's looking great. He's looking great.
Helmet mohawk.
Now, I'm not sure if I set this up for 2 seconds, but we'll find out. But I have a feeling that Jimmy with his mohawk, with the, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go.
Take it all.
Yeah, 2 seconds. This is what happens when you edit live on air, folks. Oh, the ducks are still going behind me. There we. Yes, it looks like the Usos are winning here, folks. The Usos are winning, which I see happening. I do see the Usos beating Roman Reigns in Solo.
But there's going to be some shenanigans. What is it?
Of course there's some shenanigans. Paul Heyman's going to try to help, and then he bumps into so on and so on. But in reality,
Solo going to turn.
I don't think he's going to turn, but before we move on, who's Roman fighting at SummerSlam? One of the Usos?
That's what it comes down to.
Is that the idea of a fatal four-way Bloodline fatal four-way for the championship, or do we go
depends on where they're going?
Usos?
Are we going to WrestleMania with this?
WrestleMania.
If we're going to WrestleMania with this, you have to drag it out, which means it has to be Roman versus Jay, Roman versus Jimmy. Like because you have before SummerSlam's next, right? Yeah. Then you have Payback.
Then you have Fastlane.
So
that's October. So that leads you into Survivor Series. You could have Team
Seth versus
Roman versus Team Rollins versus Team Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, is NXT for sure involved?
Yeah, they want to do it. I read it online, so most likely they'll do it because NXT, the third brand, is getting brought back into the third brand again. So I guess Usos winning here would be great for the Usos, but that creates more friction with Roman. But then, Roman.
So where do you go?
Solo keeps eating pins.
something has to happen here. So whether it's Solo accidentally kicking Roman,
Mm,
where Roman takes the pin here, because Roman can take a pin in a tag team match.
yeah.
He just can't take a pin in a solo match. So I can see Solo accidentally maybe kicking him to kind of cause some friction there. Um, Heyman accidentally maybe hitting Roman or something, trying to get involved. Something has to happen here. And the fact that it's being reported that there were rehearsals to go over what happens in this match in a closed rehearsal, it has
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
something not big, but something they want to get right. So, something has to happen. But you're right. I think Jimmy and Jay are going to win. How they win is the question. Some people have said Rikishi's going to show up.
Wow.
Dad's going to show up and get in the way of Solo, taking out his brothers or something. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going around, so it's very exciting to see. It's my favorite soap opera.
Me too.
But Jimmy and Jay, I'm picking the win.
Okay. I will also go with the Usos here. I can't wait for this matchup. Like I Money in the Bank, this whole event is just so exciting. It reminds me of Elimination Chamber, where like Elimination Chamber had so many good moments, and then, of course you have two chamber matches. This one you have two Money in the Bank matches. You had Roman versus Sammy. This time you have Roman and Solo versus the Usos. Like there's a lot of similarities between both events leading into WrestleMania, leading into SummerSlam. So like
Right.
both have repercussions like crazy. But let's move on to Cody Rhodes versus Dom Dom, and let me bring in my Ducks because I love these ducks, so we're just gonna keep using them.
Make sure
And
Rhea's one of them.
oh god, no, I figured out these ducks while sitting here. All right, folks, here we go. These ducks, we're gonna have
I'm
Dom
going with
on top,
Cody. I
and
love Cody's outfit.
he looks great, very dapper. Here we go. Let's go, Cody! Cody, Cody, Cody. Here he goes. He's leading away, but Dom's pulling up.
Oh
Dom's
my
pulling
god.
up. I'm
Oh no!
Dom.
Dom took it. Rhea must have helped. She came out of somewhere. Rhea
Wow.
Duck probably helped. Mommy Duck helped somehow.
I can't imagine Cody Rhodes losing to Dom. Shut up, ducks.
That would just be bad. That would just be bad.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Cody's taking it. He's gonna get a huge pop in London. It's gonna be nuts.
Oh man, when we all wow, people are gonna be, oh, did you feel it? I felt it in my loins. In your where? Your loins. That's crazy talk.
You have to get your UK lingo together.
I think at these events they'll be like, oh my God, you're American? Like, yes, I am American. I know there's two other people I know who are going. One I love, one I don't like, but we won't talk about them. But in reality, I know other Americans who are going there, so we'll have to see how it all goes down when we're all at a press conference and hanging out and seeing each other. I know I'll hang out with one person there.
Yes.
The other person, we'll see. Uh, Probably not. Though Cody's gonna win. Cody has to beat Dom.
Cody's winning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. And then
sure.
those ducks won't be used for everything in this program. Don't worry, folks. Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship.
Uh
Gunther.
Gunther.
Gunther. Yeah.
Gunther.
I hope Gunther
He's gonna
lays that
slap
punch.
Matt Riddle across the fucking arena, and I'll be too happy.
I hope he brings in a whole box of Legos and just pushes Riddle right into him, and he's like, "Oh, my foot! Oh, my toe! Oh, my foot! Oh,
Someone
my toe!"
said they can't wait for Kevin Owens to feud with Riddle because Kevin Owens is the realistic guy, right? He's the one who's like,
Losing his mind.
this is pretty obvious. So everyone's like, we're waiting for Kevin Owens to fight Riddle because well, how come nobody has stomped on this man's feet yet? First thing in the ring. Before
First
you do
thing.
anything else, take his feet out. He has
Yep.
no shoes.
No
So
shoes.
someone's like, Kevin Owens would be the person to do it.
Yep.
He'd look down and just go, boom, just stomp on his feet.
Or
And
just
I
like
can't wait for it.
slowly bite into peel a banana, just slowly, just throw the peel on the ground, just push him.
Or
And
to
there
your
goes
point,
Riddle.
bring some Legos
Yeah, bring some Legos, some
and cause some
thumbtacks.
havoc because those things hit.
Dude, anything. The guy's got no goddamn shoes on. But it's simple. I was wondering, I was like, wow, only 6 matches, and they added that, and I was like, oh, okay. Gunther's just gonna slap him around because we're in Europe, so
We're in Europe. Yeah.
where it makes sense. Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line. Returning Liv Morgan, and we have Raquel Rodriguez taking on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. would you have a returning Liv lose,
That's
or do
that's
you
what
have
I'm
Raquel
having
just get
trouble with.
pinned?
Like I have that's my conundrum here because Raquel and Liv didn't lose them. They are owed the match. Liv just got back. Do you ruin that momentum, right? Like because she literally just got back. But also Ronda and Shayna just got the tag title. So I don't see them losing them. Someone actually said they think Raquel might turn if they lose on Liv,
I could
and
see that,
that
yeah.
might start a feud with them. But I'm just like they have to give if they lose, you have to give them something, and Raquel needs to be the one to be pinned because Liv just got back.
Yeah. Yep. But I
Yeah.
think in Ronda Rousey's contract it says like never lose unless I want to.
Unless I'm ready for a break.
And like she's lost Becky Lynch, and that was a crappy pin that we don't really know the truth about of was it Ronda trying to, squeak one out or screw people over or confuse people? I don't know.
Correct.
And then Liv because she cashed in on her,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Did Charlotte Flair beat Ronda Rousey? No.
She did in that Survivor Series match between the two
Oh,
of them,
okay.
right?
So yeah, so she's only
Yeah.
lost to three people, and anyone's getting pinned in this, it's Shayna Baszler or
Oh
Raquel.
yeah. It's yeah. Those are the two that should be pinned. I
Yeah.
don't think Shayna and Raquel or sorry, Shayna and what's her name? Rhonda are
What's
dropping
her
them though.
name? She is one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Don't you host a show that covers women's wrestling?
I do. I don't talk about Ronda Rousey.
Oh, she is a champion. How dare you disrespect?
Well, now I have to talk about her because she's champion. But before that, I tried not to.
Tried, but she forced it on you. Just like Finn Balor is going to force us to realize that he is different now. He has changed.
He's a badass.
It's Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins is not losing. Simple as that.
He better not. If he does, I'm gonna be so pissed.
It'd be so awkward to have that happen so quickly. But will we see the demon? Will we see the demon or just Finn Balor with a handkerchief, a purple handkerchief in his pocket?
No, this is a more ruthless, mean, rude, unregretful. I don't even know if that's a word.
I'll
Finn
take it.
Balor, and he's gonna lose.
I know.
Like,
Yes.
where do you go? So this is like another one of those things. So if Liv and Raquel lose, something has to happen there, right? Between Raquel and Liv. If Finn loses, and he's supposed to be this new, mean, ruthless, whatever Finn, not new, I guess old Finn as they're billing it. Something has to give here. Like he's taken a lot of L's in championship matches. So it's like you've taken an L as Demon, you've taken an L as Finn, and you're supposed to be this new ruthless. Like, are you gonna turn on someone in Judgment Day? To your point earlier, Damian Priest wins, tries to cash in on Seth when he's kind of down and out from Finn, and Finn gets pissed and rips Damian apart before he can be successful. Like something has to give here, right? At the same time, I don't want to see Judgment Day break up because they're actually doing really well. I like the faction.
I love him.
So something has to give here. But they have been showing tension between Damian and Finn. So maybe.
I like the idea of Finn losing and then attacking Rollins after, and then Damian Priest coming to cash in and maybe even winning the cash in and on Rollins. And then Finn's like, that's how you lead into a slow burn of Judgment Day breaking up. I
That
don't
means
want them to break
Damian
up,
Priest. That means Rollins loses the title, though.
but he didn't fairly lose it. He lost because of the cash in, which I don't want him to lose,
Yeah.
but I like Judgment Day more than I like Seth Rollins. So that's right. Go tell your best friend Becky Lynch that shit. That's right. Swallow that pill. Take some water if you need to get that pill down. It's big.
I have to send a text message real quick.
Send it. Send it.
One moment, please.
Steve Fall said Seth Rollins should lose before
Don't let
Judgment
this
Day.
guy ever interview you.
I talked to,
Picture.
trust me, I've been talking to WWE about this, okay? I want to let you know.
Picture.
I told him the exact conversation I had. Just want to let you know. Anyways, that's totally off
More
topic.
than Seth is doing his best work. He is absolutely amazing.
No, he's not doing his best work. Judgment
What?
Day is doing their best work. The best work Seth Rollins did, I like Seth Rollins now. His best work was the head of the Authority in 2015, and that's a long ass time ago. But that was his best work. Okay, okay. The
It's
best
been
work.
real, y'all.
It's
Thank you
been
so
real, y'all.
much for embracing me here. I
I'm
have to
gonna
go ahead and hop off now.
make a text. I'm gonna get those ducks, and it's gonna say, "Should I ever bring back Stephanie back?"
Do it. I want to see what it says.
All right, since
Do it.
you're challenging me, here we go. So Seth Rollins is going to beat
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So before we wrap this up, let's get those ducks back to ask the ducks if I should ever bring you back.
Wait, isn't there one more match, or was that all of them? Is that it?
That's all of them.
Oh my god,
right?
we went through all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 Money in Banks, Cody. Yep.
Yeah, we did.
There are matches on SmackDown though too, but
Oh, Charlotte versus Asuka. Oh,
yeah, and then
is
the
she
tag
gonna
team
be
championships. No. Bianca's gonna get involved.
No.
No. And then Bianca's gonna get involved there, and then we have the tag team championships on the line as well. You have Rollins and Owens versus Pretty Deadly, which again, I don't think Rollins and Zayn and
Owens.
Zayn and Owens are gonna lose. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But let's see. Let's get this show on the road, folks. Let's get these ducks up.
Let's
Should
go.
I bring Stephanie Hypes back?
The one with the colorful.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Oh. Here we go. What's going on? Go forward, duck. No, don't.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Don't. Do not bring back.
No. Wait, no. I want the other. No.
Yes.
Wow.
The ducks have spoken, folks. She'll never be back ever again. No, I'm just kidding. She'll be back.
It's rigged.
Rigged. It's AI. It's all AI. I'm not even real, folks. I'm just a head and a torso. But in reality, Money in the Bank is going to be a great show. I cannot wait to see what happens. And in reality, I hope the cash-ins happen like the next 24 hours because I cannot stand the rest of the year.
Really?
I hate every World Championship match going, is someone going to cash in?
Well, I'm fine with the men being quick this year. I would like to see the women hold it for longer than 24 hours for once.
I did see that video.
Never held it longer than 24 hours. And I would like to see, I'm sorry, besides Carmella, I apologize. I would like to see it happen again. Doesn't have to be 6 months. Doesn't have to be 4 months. But like, let's give it a couple weeks at least.
I like it.
At least till the next, maybe SummerSlam. Let's just give it till SummerSlam.
Go to one premium live event.
One PLE, please.
That's right. And a Happy Meal and a Grimace shake as well, please. Yes, like make a TikTok video about dying from it. Have you seen those? They're crazy.
What?
Oh my God, you gotta get on TikTok. But in reality, folks, it has been a great time sitting here chit-chatting with Stephanie about Money in the Bank. I'll be there live, the O2 Arena. I'll be there Friday. I'll be there Saturday, enjoying the festivities of SmackDown interviews, of course, the show and the press conference where I'll ask the hard questions like Triple H, why do you smell so good? And folks, we're moving on because that's my favorite. All those press conferences.
I'm jealous though.
Excuse me, Mr. Hunter. Why are you so sexy? Yes, those
Hunter. That's Shawn Michaels. He's the sexy boy.
That's true. He can dance around if he wants to.
I am jealous, my friend, that you are going to London. However, I am very happy for you.
Thank you.
And I want you to have a blast and hopefully do some sightseeing. I think you said you've been there before, though, right?
I lived there for 3 months when I was 18 years old. So, but as an 18-year-old, the world is
much different.
Oh, I can sleep on the ground right there. That's fine with me. As a grown-ass man, I'm like, I need my energy drink at this time. I need a pillow. I need a cell phone charger. Before I was using a payphone. All right, using payphones. That's how old I am, folks. It's been a pleasure sitting here talking to Stephanie about Money in the Bank. I've been Steve Paul. She's Stephanie Hypes. Have a great time, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.